Let's do this. Okay. So, oh yeah, I need to tear this off so that I can make sense of stuff and who did what. Okay, so this is Jamie. Basically finished with this now. Final thoughts. Characters not mine. See Artstation description. Final project for uni. This is the first environment I have made in Unreal 4 and have taken it as more of a learning experience than anything else. Nice. Credit to the character artist. That's good. Check out his stuff here. What is going on? What is happening? I hear beeping. Why can't I drag the Discord around? That is... Ugh. Alright, cool. So, in general, the scene is solid, man. What's really cool... Let me get some... Oh, dude, this song's really cool. That's what's up. Gotta get that epic pen. So, you have this line here. Holy pen action. Like, you have this line here, and then it breaks up because of the body. Dude. Solid. That's exactly how you get away from having a space look so square, you know? If you need to, there's, like, now thinking about that, look around and see where it's really square still. So it's pretty square up here, right? It's pretty square there. It's coming down. There's the gun here, which helps. If you put something else, like a box here or something, that's going to help that shape. Maybe some rope that's hanging from here. Maybe not so centered. Maybe some rope that's doing that. But, like, that's... Good stuff. Lightbulb, you still having problems with the stream? I am still dropping frames. It's not as bad as it was, but it's happening. It is happening. This guy feels like he may be floating a little bit, like in the legs. Maybe the legs need to be a little bit more relaxed. I would love to see some mud. I don't know how hard it would be for you, but if you could do some like mud footprints across some of them, so they're just like people are running on top of them. This feels really good now. I'm getting a weird sense that these are floating on the water or on the puddle instead of maybe being submerged. If you could get some stuff peeking out, kind of like that's happening here, just to show the shallowness of it. And then maybe taking this corner without raising this, like pivot from here and dip this down a bit more. So they feel like they're going into the mud. Thanks, Nathan. Dude, I gotta update this camera, man. Need to find the time to order the other one. So there's stuff like that. I never noticed these until just now. I feel like if they were a little bit more reflective, and if they went around, like, support-wise, that's really weak, right? If they went around like 3-4 times each, let's see if we can simulate that. Maybe like this color. This one? Yeah, that's a little better. So you have one here, maybe like crossing like this. That would work wonders for some of the detail. And wherever you have a really long a long wall, like this piece here, if you need to break it up at some point, thinking about your ratios where you don't center it, but if you were to add the metal wraps every once in a while, maybe like this, similar to these guys, that'd be Oh, light bulb. Okay, so it's because it's the frame rate. It's the frame rate issue. I wonder if that is coming up because now we have because there's enough people watching that it's scaling. It's allowing it to scale up even higher. That's probably on me to fix, not you guys. This highlight is really nice. I don't know if you place like a light here or if it's this ray that's coming in from up top. It looks like there's some fog or something there, but there's a highlight there that's really nice. Again, this foot, totally submerge that if you can, even just a little bit, so that it's doing, where are we at here? So it's doing more like this. So if that's all like part of the water, so you can see that his foot's in the water. All right, so if you guys are having buffering problems, lower it from the 1080 60 FPS until I can solve it for you guys. This is a really good one. This guy's back is really stiff. He's basically like, he's like that, but then his back is meh. I guess his back would kind of be, I feel like he would his whole body would kind of bend in. This is solid though, man. The silhouette on the top here, if you could break that up just a little bit more, like if some of these were missing and had fallen in. Occasionally seeing like barbed wire up top would be really cool. That would be a nice like visual breakup. Well, Brian, what's up, man? Yeah, if it's not happening for you, then it may just be the bandwidth that people are experiencing it at. Just remember that on YouTube it will be 1080 60 without the buffering problem. Just because I will upload those afterwards. Let's see here. This is pretty cool. I like seeing the diorama now. Like now that the camera's further back. And see, now that the camera is further back, the materials look better. I think the nighttime is really difficult on you. If we were to zoom in here, I would go to albedo only. What is going on? Give me the goods. There we go. So I would switch to albedo only, which you can do. Oops. If you go into here and up here, buffer visualization, or no. Where are we at here? Base color, yeah. Buffer visualization and base color. You can see just the albedo, right? So you can see the grass has some value to it, but they match pretty close as they meet the ground. It's really important. Oh, it's in Unity? Oh, okay, that's good to know. It should be possible. That's really important that you have the ability to do that. Either way, matching the albedo, like do it in Photoshop if you need to. Make sure that these grass blades are matching the color of the ground, right? Because right now you're getting a lot of disconnect with that. That will be probably the biggest visual upgrade to the shot currently. The other thing is I'd be really careful about how bright this material is here. Because right now it's blowing out. I think this is actually one of the few times that we get to... Because normally people are making their images too dark. So if we go into PhotoPoo, give me a second here. You think it's the bloom effect? So we'll just, whoops, we'll dupe a layer. Oh, geez. Go down here. We'll do, what do we do? What color? What color? We'll just do red. That's fine. That's okay. Okay, so we have a red background. Double click on the layer, and then normally you would go down. So see those areas? Those are really dark, but it's so far up the histogram range that's not bad. You're okay in that range. But your whites, like the moment, see, it's very small range. So essentially, these areas have little to no information in them because they're just too white. What's up, Tobias? How you doing, man? So just watch out for those, and you can do that check whenever you need to through here. But I think your grass, that'll be, if you can color match your grass to your terrain a bit more, that's going to be a huge win for you. And think about adding, Emil, what's up, man? Think about adding grass in some areas throughout here, just to show that this has been here a while. Like you're kind of doing it with the moss and stuff here. There's just a little bit of grass in some spots. Like this edge needs breakup, and grass and other props are like the perfect way to break that up. But yeah, I'll suggest that for now, and we'll see where you get with that, and then we can just keep going. It's looking pretty cool though. Cam's out of the sink. Thanks, dude. Oh, so good. Lesai. All right, onward. Nice. Nice. Let's see where we're at here on this. So this is Kunal. Hi, I'm trying to make terracotta tile on Substance Designer. Here's the link for it. I'm not happy with the roughness and albedo color variation. We're really struggling with it. Any suggestions? Ooh. Okay, let's do this. Is 840. Yeah, we got time. Oh, Kunal, thanks for messaging it in chat again. Oh, I need to update my Substance. Dude, oh man, I need to pay for that too. All the pays. Let's open Steadies. We'll just go to the one that I had made. I need to make another one so that we have some variation. So we're looking at other things than just the single test that I built. Okay, so let's look at the albedo here. So where I start with the albedo is I've got a curvature that I'm using, and then I'm using a gradient map and mapping colors to the gradient. But the way that I've mapped this, so if you go in here, and this starts as like a black and a white point, you can just go and pick gradient, and then you can just like run your, see how I'm doing that? When you let go, it samples every pixel. That's obviously too many. You want to sample far less. So let's try and let's see if we can undo it. I have no idea if we can. Oh yeah, we can. So what you can do is gradient editor, pick gradient, and then do a small sample like that. What I ended up doing was I did a, wow, you need even smaller sample than that. That's crazy. So if you pick, slice like that, so you got all those, and then you go through and you start breaking down which ones you don't want. And you just click and drag them up. You can move them around to see what's happening in the texture itself. You can also, if you click this, and you don't want it, you can also click the X there and it will kill it. One thing you want to be careful of when you're doing these colors is having these hard edges. Those need to be very particular or in a specific spot, if you know what I mean. I'm checking the camera. So like normally you want those gradients to be pretty broad, and then you pick, like, let's see where this is at. You pick where those are at. So if you need to, you can click here and then start to bring that up and see where it happens. I can't even tell where that's happening. Anyways, so that's one of the ways I would suggest doing it. Let's see if we can undo this enough. Oh, Substance Designer's like, fuck you, man. That's Substance Painter 1 to Substance Painter 2? I think so. I think it's worth it. You can just do their monthly subscription and pay towards it. Oh, you can adjust the precision slider. I never played with that before. The more you know. A rip. Calculate. We're losing more frames. I can see it. Okay, so we'll look up here really fast. So what I've done is built that gradient, right? And then levels it to kind of meet a specific range that I'm looking for. I also did a levels on this curvature to try and isolate some other areas, and you can see you'll get some banding in here, which is really cool. So I've clamped the ranges a bit more so that I'm isolating specific areas, and then I'm doing a gradient that's more of like a high frequency detail. And what you get out of that, let me see here, make sure though. Oh, this levels and this one. Okay, so I'm blending between these using, okay, so I'm using that to kind of vary it up between the two. So this one and this one I'm blending between using this mask. The opacity is pretty low though. So I ended up making them very similar in the end. Oh, it looks much better if I vary them up. So see how there's differences between these two now? And then you have all the banding that's kind of mixing together. And then I used a HSL, hue, saturation, lightness, and started to lower the saturation so that it became more albedo friendly. Wow. That is pretty bad. We're going to have to look into what's going on. Anywho, that's maybe a way to deal with the variation in your albedo. The other thing I would suggest is be really careful with how much damage you're doing to the edge of your terracotta tiles. Be really careful with how far you chip those in. And do it in layers. So do some large ones, and then do another slope blur with a smaller layer, and another one with a smaller one as well. That way you're layering the little damages on top of each other. Yes. Let's see here. Where are we at? Finished some props. Just done with the ventilation. Also, what do you think my lights? Okay. Oh, wow. I think I'm seeing chat super delayed now, too. It is so bad. I wonder what's going on. So your ventilation in this image, I don't know if this is the, yeah, feels really boxy still. I don't know what we can do to fix that. I think it's the way the roughness is on it. Yeah, is the reference in the... I'm not sure. Yeah, right. Like these crate things on the bottom, these are pretty cool. Man, I'm trying to get a sense of like this one is difficult because like I feel like it's the lighting that's throwing me some curveballs. The reference is, where is it? I'm like, where are you, reference? Yeah, it's meant to be more of a dark room. I'm getting the vibe as well. The scale of the sides of these are really thick still. I would look at the reference and see how thick they are in the concept. It's me checking the camera. Honestly, I think keep modeling. Be careful these really hard edges. Like, you're getting really hard edges on your meshes. Don't be afraid to bevel it if you need to. The assets are big enough that paying for that bevel is not that bad. That, and you need an ambient color so your shadows aren't so dark. Your shadows are super dark right now. Like in the check Discord. All right. Nice. Thank you. All right. This is what we're gonna do. We got 10 minutes. I got 4 more to go. Cool. So what you want to start doing is size comparison on stuff, as well as some other things. I'm gonna zoom this out so we can just kind of get a sense for some stuff. So see, your shadows are dark. If you look at what color shadows are here, just give me a sec. The shadows are more of like a, I'm just gonna do this so you can sample the colors. It's like even this back wall here. Like look how blue those are. Blue and purples, and I'm looking at the blue green that's up here now. So like, see, the upper area that you have is too bright as well. And behind these shelves, that's like how light it is. You've got the box brightness pretty close. It might be a little too bright. And then up here is this color, but then like right here is this color. And then here is... And then the right side is like a completely different value. And this is like that color. Behind it is like this. Is Maru playing? What's going on? That's Maru. It's so good. Yeah, he's got little squeaky toys. You're gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, so you get an idea of like shadow colors, and then as well as like where colors are at in the image. I'll do one more steady, and then we'll move on. So if I select that, and then vibrance, no. Hue and saturation. So if we lower the saturation of this, and then we put another another hue and saturation, colorize. Oh man, it's kind of getting there. But see, the shadows need to be filled in again as well. That's like, I can't do that from here. I mean, I can kind of do it, but it's going to be hacky and it's going to take time. Yes. Whoa. Oh yeah, dude. Ah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and the snake. Cool. Man, those teeth. So I don't know if this is supposed to be really stylized or what, but it's really cool. This is, you said this is your first ZBrush file as well. When it comes to the face, don't be afraid to make another subtool and just place the teeth as their own subtools, like top row teeth, and then you place them. Because then you'll have more control and you'll be able to hide and isolate, and then the transition will be much smoother. But the style of this is really cool. Check your proportions if you need it to be more accurate. Other than that, I mean, it's looking pretty cool. And then see how the snake is like blended together here. It's a bronze sculpt. It's a bronze sculpt. I see nothing. Well, either way, this is freaking cool. It being a bronze sculpt helps a lot more. Man, this style is cool. I like the base as well. I would give the base maybe another layer or be a bit thicker. And yeah, try to avoid the matte cap red material. There's a lot of materials you can choose from. Above image reference. Ah, thank you. Oh shit, it's really tiny. Oh, this is pretty spot on then. I would maybe work on the shape of the skull. And right now let's see here. Yeah, work on the shape of the skull and make sure that the rib cage kind of comes back in. Cam watch. Yeah. In general, that's pretty badass though. It's coming along. Dope. Dopeness. Oh man. Make sure I'm seeing this correctly. Why am I not seeing this in my list of things? There it is. Update working on Tomb now. So the materials are much more in line with their roughness value. Now it feels like it might be a tad too bright. I said tad. And the pots on the ground They're very like these ones down here feel like they're floating. Bit too noisy. I think it's okay. It's only happening here, and as it gets further away, that noise gets is subdued. The way the lights are here looks like it's are an artifact. Like it's just the shadows are really sharp. I think that's shadows. I think your ambient is too bright. That is water on the top, which is pretty cool. Sumi, what's up? Senpai noticed me. Dude, the chat is super delayed. I'm like really concerned about this stream. This sucks. It sucks that it's everything's kind of acting up. Yeah, check your ambient and then go ahead and get that platform going. The only other thing I think is like this area. Look at how that is interacting, and I would expect the stuff inside of the crevices here to be darker or dirtier or dustier or something. Right now it's light, which is really strange to me. Looks like an artifact from Substance Painter. Dang, dude. Dude, this looks like a freaking... No way. That looks like a little miniature. Like a little tiny... Like, look at the roughness on the wood is just that accurate. That the way the lighting is hitting it is really... What? There's no way. Oh, that's super cool. Let me do this. Dude. I'm sorry for the people that listen to the YouTube video, because all they're going to be hearing is the squeakies. Dude, he's so stoked, though. He's having fun. Sounds like he's having a good time. It's my dog, for anyone who's curious. My little puppy. My little puppy. This is badass. It's the dopes. Really impressive materials. And the edges, the way the edges break, looks like pieces of wood that were matched together. So it actually feels like a small miniature. If you're not going for a small miniature, maybe once it's in the context of a scene, it'll look alright. And yeah, dude, I'll bring Maro in right after I end the stream, or right as I'm ending the stream. Dude, this looks solid though. Yeah, the geometry is a little low, which is kind of making me think that it's small as well. Whoops. So like this edge, like there's boop 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 boop. Like just add more points, double or triple it, in order to get that nice round curve action going on. I'm okay currently with the bevels on the base, just because it looks intentional down here, and how hard edge they are. It looks like it's supposed to be sharp, like the wood is like that. But yeah, the bend is a little strange here. I love the you're talking about this as well, right? You just do a double check on all your geometry, and then this handle is a little low. The bend is too fast. Maybe it needs to flow more. I don't know. Double check your reference as well, and you should be good. All right, let me sync up the camera. I'll go get Maru, and then we are calling it a night. All right, I will be right back. 2 seconds. man. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go now. But all hail, King Maru. All hail, King Maru. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good Monday. I'll see you guys on Friday. Oh man, you're getting heavy. Later.